Alrighty, welcome back to the Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Alex. Alex, thank you so much, man, for making the time for us, man. Tell us, what do you drive?
I drive a Honda Civic.
What year Honda Civic?
It's a 1996 Honda Civic.
96 Civic. So walk us back, man. Like, first of all, when did you start getting into cars and how did that come about?
So this started when my brother was in high school. He started getting into the whole Honda scene and stuff like that. Keep in mind, when I was in high school, I didn't know how to drive shit. So he's like, you know what? Like, my brother was all into it. I think he picked up a car from the neighbor's car. Mm-hmm. I think it was an Integra at that time, and we slowly started doing mods to it and stuff like that, and we slowly started getting into it. Next thing you know, we're building swaps on my backyard, doing
escalated
all this
quickly
stuff. Yeah, so everything, next thing you know, like everybody, all these Honda people starting to go to the house, all the friends, and we started getting into the car scene.
How old were you?
At that time, I think I was about 15, 16 years old.
So your brothers were older.
Yeah, my brother was the one that started this whole thing, so
that's
Pedro,
cool.
I fucking hate you.
You're the reason for this addiction. So then obviously you start seeing the possibilities with these chassis.
Correct.
What was your first car?
My first car was actually a 1994 Honda Prelude, and we ended up picking that at, I think, I used to DJ for a dealership. Mm-hmm. I guess the salesman wanted to get rid of it and wanted to just get rid of it. So now you have a Honda Prelude, and I figured that wasn't the car for me. So we ended up jumping to this chassis, and we picked up this car from one of my friends. Well, now he's one of my good friends. His name is Caesar, and at that time it was like completely bone stock. It was just like a bucket, you know. And slowly throughout the years, we started modifying the car to try to make it better or make it to the scene that I want to be in. But other than that, this is it. I mean, this is what it converted into after so many years of putting time and effort on this type of build.
How long have you had it?
I've had it for maybe about almost, I don't recall, maybe anywhere from 9 to 10 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been through a lot of phases.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of changes, a lot of stuff here and there, you know, a lot of issues in the car or whatever, you know, but it's been there through rough paths
and good times. Tell us about the latest vision. What do you got going on for it?
So right now, my latest vision was to make it into a street drag car, you know, something that, you know, people that, I don't want to be the guy that shows up on the trailer and next thing you know, they say I have a trailer queen car when I don't. You know, something where I could just go to the track, drive it back home. That's usually what the intentions were for this car, you know, and that's it. I mean, this is what it is now.
All right, Alex, so tell us, man, what do we got going on for the front end?
So in the front end, you got the BYS bumper, you got the Type R grille, you got the wide fenders. They're the JDM picked up. I bought them at I think SAP. Was it SAP JDM or SAP Japan or something like that? So they're obviously pretty much like the stock fender, just 50 mils, a little bit wider.
Super wide.
Yeah, and also you got the AC compressor right there just laying around.
Get the hell out of here. I thought he's a compressor. So I guess the joke to that is that some people still ask if it's boosted, but there's a big old intercooler up front. So okay, what's the color? The color code? Did this car get resprayed the whole entire car?
So the car got resprayed actually about 5 years ago, and the color is still the original color. Not the original paint, but the original Honda color, the Granada Black Pearl.
Okay, Granada Black Pearl.
That's what the color of this chassis is. I mean, it's actually a pretty dope color just because you get the little gold flakes on there. So it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit better. It looks better in the sun.
Yeah, definitely. It looks good now, but
yeah, it looks now a little bit better.
And obviously, you made up some room for those wide fenders. Tell us about your wheel and tire setup. What we got going on?
So on the tires, you have I think they're the 225 50-15s, Toyo R8s, and then you got the original OG T37s. They're 15 by 8 plus 35, and you got the Woodwood front brakes as well. And then the car had some PCI side skirts, but since, like I said, we're going through that little phase, so we're changing some stuff up on the builds that we have. That's pretty much it for the front end. Yeah,
What
And
kind of
then-
suspension are you running?
So so this car actually got sponsored by Skunk 2. So
Okay.
everything suspension wise it's gonna have the Skunk 2. I think the Pro STs or something like that, and obviously also same with the camera kits.
Okay.
It has front sparkle Skunk 2 control arms. Same with the rear. What else does it have? Skunk 2. Yeah, it's just little stuff on suspension and everything. Same with the real control arms, Skunk 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
Nice.
get a lot of good stuff like that.
That's cool. And then what kind of mirrors are these?
Those are going to be the APR mirrors.
APR mirrors. Very nice. Very nice. And then you said that you wanted to make it more of a drag.
Yeah, more of a drag street car. Like I said, it's something that I don't want a trailer. You know, something that I know I could drive to the track and beat the fuck out of it and drive it back. If it blows, obviously call AAA. That's the #1 resource.
Now, why drag though? Just if you don't mind me asking.
Just to nowadays, we're in California, so it's not like you could go down the freeway going 130 miles an hour without getting stopped. You know, so might as well just do it somewhere safe and not, create a lot of commotion and motion,
I like how you said we're in California, like 130 miles is acceptable anywhere.
I mean, you hear people, in New York, they're going 100 miles, the cops don't mind, speed limits change, you know how
Really?
California is.
I heard
Shit.
Japan, según,
Shit.
but I don't know. That's crazy.
Shit, you get pulled over here, you're going to the ref the next day.
Where are you going 40 miles an hour? You get pulled over. What about the rear, man? What did you do to it?
So on the rear, you have the SI wing. You have the JDM gurney flap. You also have the SI lights on the rear. You have
What trim model was this?
this is the EX model actually.
Oh, okay. So that explains the sunroof. Okay.
Yeah. And then we made it pretty much into like a clone just because at that time, like in high school, like I said, when my brother got into this whole Hondas, we could have bought an SI chassis, obviously you get the better motor, the rear disc brakes, you get a little bit better stuff, but it's not like you don't get the right feeling of like, hey, I put this together.
Right.
Or hey, I got this, instead of, oh, it already came like that, It's just, it's just the time, just the joy of it, of building actually a Honda.
Yeah. On top of that, you would get heat. You destroy an SI.
Yeah.
You should have left it how it was. Blah, blah, blah. If we knew what we know now, that they were gonna get so rare, but I guess that's how it goes.
Yeah, they're rare. They're hard to find. But like I said, if your pockets are good, it shouldn't be an issue finding the.
Yeah, the pockets are not that good, man. They're getting super expensive. It's crazy.
Yeah, even the hatches. I was surprised when I was looking for
Everything. All these clapped out Hondas, and they want like $5,000.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Let's talk interior.
So on the interior we have the Momo steering wheel.
Very nice.
We put the SI cluster. It does have the Kmart shift knob. We did the hybrid racing, the little plate shifter. Obviously you have the oil pressure. You have your little sensors down at the bottom to check the compression of the AC. And then you have the Buddy Club seats with the Buddy Club seat rails, and you also have a roll cage inside. The auto power roll cage, nothing too crazy.
Okay. It's completely gutted in the rear. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. This is really nice. Have you been able to weight the car?
Not. We stopped at like down in Ontario. There's a truck stop, and I think with me in it, we were about maybe 2,300.
2,200?
Yeah, about 2,300 around there. And then
That's light.
Yeah.
That's light.
Especially when everything on the rear is gutted and stuff like that. So, like, so all you got in there is just your steering wheel and your seats, and let's go.
That's all you need. All right, let's talk engine. Let's see the intercooler. What everybody's waiting for. I swear, dude. I swear, if you're freaking NA series, holy shit.
Single cam in here, huh?
Like straight out, there's an intercooler. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Oof. Wow. Well, that looks extremely pretty. What are we staring at, man?
So it's gonna be a JDM B18C from Japan. Shout out to JDM California for getting us a really good motor. It's been in this car for about maybe 5-6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
It's been rebuilt.
no, it's actually how it came from Japan.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's bone
No
stock,
way.
I swear.
Are you serious?
100%. Bone stock.
Oh my goodness. I want to be 18C now.
18C. Like I said, the only thing that we did on the car was just a little bit of headwork and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, little basic bolt-ons and stuff like that. Like I said, the car's been through a couple phases, you know, from a Kraftwerk supercharger to now to this, to keeping it all motor, to a single cam and stuff like that. Like I said, we put pretty much everything that Skunk 2 is able to give us, like the Skunk 2 Ultra Manifold, the Skunk 2 radiator, the hoses, the Speak Factory catch can, the Skunk 2 fuel rail, the Grams injectors, the cams. The car is on the Skunk 2 Tuner 2 cam. Everything in the head it's Skunk 2, such as the dual springs and retainers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it is built.
Yeah,
just don't say it's stock. Okay. Yeah, then you start naming all these parts. It is built. Okay. That's cool.
You know, so like I said, shout out to Fab Child for creating a dope, humble engineer downpipe for the car. Other than that, the car is on a 62 precision turbo. So far it's been great, really good turbo. I can't complain with precision. You know, obviously you got your little titanium stuff. You also got your G development titanium hardware. Shout out to Chris for doing that. Yeah, I mean, Sheep Erase intercooler. You know, and also the guy AB Fab for creating the custom fab for the intercooler and setup and stuff like that. Really good work. One of the top guys I've met.
Wow. What kind of fuel are you running?
It's the car is currently on E85. So full E85. It's on corn.
Okay, it's on
vegetable
corn.
oil.
So it's vegetarian.
Yeah. You know when you grill the elotes, right there, throw them in there.
Do you mind sharing numbers?
So the last time, so what happened? We went through a little bit of rough pad. We ended up buying a Go AutoWorks kit, which it ended up failing. Failing meaning such as the VTEC on the car wouldn't engage, just because I think maybe it was the manifold overthrowing air and not locking in the VTEC, so the VTEC would pop over. So at that time when we dyno tuned the car, is roughly, I think it was about like 380 horsepower on that. But like I said, that was with
and
no
that was
VTEC,
without VTEC, everything working properly.
Yeah.
Whew.
So Armin set it up like that. So I kind of was pissed at myself, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna switch everything up. So that's why we ended up doing the Speak Factory top mount. You know, we ended up going with the custom downpipe, and Armin sent us a tune the other day, and I gotta say, it fucking feels probably 5 times faster than what it was at 380 horsepower. So I'm thinking maybe about 450.
Okay.
You know, that's.
So it hasn't been officially dyno after that.
Correct.
But
yeah, just because of the.
But it's running healthy, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's healthy and stuff like that. The car's reliable. Like I said, I've driven it to Whittier, you know, for the Cars and Coffee Chronicles. I think that's almost about a year ago. I think.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That was the longest voyage?
Yeah, I think it's the longest voyage. I think. No, I don't know. Santa Monica.
That's a long voyage.
Yeah, Santa Monica was the.
That's far for you, yeah.
Yeah, so just little stuff like here and there, you know, like something to go and build and enjoy.
Boost by gear?
Yeah, it's fully boost by gear. Yeah.
What are we, if you don't mind sharing, what kind of pounds are you sharing?
So right now the car's at, I think high peak, it's at 14 pounds.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's
really good.
Yeah, so, yeah, when, like I said, when you have a front wheel drive, it's hard to put all the boost on the gears because it's going to be spin city all day, you know. So far it's been good. So
transmission?
So on the transmission, it's transmission is built by Gear Speed. It's a full Type R transmission with a 4.7 final drive, and it looks like I think it's a M Factory LSD or a Type R LSD. I don't recall what it was, what we put there a while back.
Okay. So is all this setup going to go to the hatch?
So majority of the stuff that's in here, it's going to go into the hatch. The only thing that we're probably going to change out, like maybe the bottom block, probably put a different bottom block, maybe a little bit more built block. Okay. You know, so obviously it would hold and I don't have to do the work twice, just do it
Will
one
it still
time.
be a drag?
It's going to be like a street drag setup and stuff like that. Like I said, our goal for that car is to like get everything super clean, super immaculate, make sure There's no
Super Street hates you up?
Super Street, yeah.
All right, Super Street. Wait on that build. Okay. No, that's cool, man. Definitely. You're going to have another platform to do it, and it seems like it's a very clean. Wow. Definitely, I love what it's doing, man. I think it's what you guys done. It's been beautiful. It fits in perfectly. It almost looks stock.
Yeah.
It just looks like it belongs there. Like, well, it does belong there, but you know, it's crazy, and still a lot of room to play with. So that's awesome, man. Other than the block getting, you know, kind of rejuvenated, any other major plans that you're planning to do for the future? Let's just say with the engine compartment, but even if it goes in a different car, more
engine
boost?
compartment, I'm just thinking of cleaning it out, like doing like the S2000, like the reservoir thing, just make it a little bit cleaner, you know, a little bit, not everything so jam-packed in there, you know, because like I said, you have to run, I mean, the car's on the right wire harness and stuff like that, but maybe just do like maybe an upgraded like harness for the car, maybe like a tuck headlight harness.
Much more cleaner.
Yeah, a little bit more cleaner look, you know, so that's the goal for it. Maybe switch up the bolts and
for now, you're happy with the power until you get bored.
Yeah, I'm happy. So I've been in the all motor stage, the supercharger stage, and I will see it ever since I went turbo. I can't look back. You know, it's just because of the money wise and stuff like that. It's so much better. You get to have more fun. You know,
you can't beat turbo. I'm sorry, but you can't. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Tell us about your exhaust system setup.
So the whole exhaust system, it's on a Skunk 2. It's a full 3-inch, all the way from the downpipe all the way straight through. So
okay,
that's all. And then I think it's a mega power exhaust from Skunk 2 as well. So
I'm sure it's loud when you punch it.
Oh yeah, super loud.
3 inches.
Yeah, it's a full 3-inch.
That's
exhaust.
cool, man. Well, yeah, this is pretty cool setup. I really like it. Well, the hatch is gonna be moving. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be moving. Yeah, so that's the plan for that hatch. But we got big plans for, you know, for hopefully the other car that we build, or this one, or
I hope you keep this one in the family. I think it tells you, man, it's a good car. Just gotta refreshen it. Maybe step away from it for a little bit. Alrighty, Alex, thank you so much, man, for making the time for us. Like I said, I hope it stays in the family, but if not, I know the next build is gonna be pretty awesome. Any shout outs, man?
So based on the car wise, the shout outs I would like to give is probably gonna be my tuner, you know, because it's the one that has a huge impact on this car. So shout out to Armin, shout out to the guys that put me help, especially my brother Jonathan as well. He's the one that put a lot of time into this car as well. My brother Pedro, my friend Ruben, one of my buddies that he moved out of, where the fuck is he at? Stupid Clint. Well, you gotta move so far, bro. He's in Kansas. So just little stuff, people that have helped me with this car. I mean, there's been a couple of them. So like I said, if I miss you, I apologize. You know, like I said, nothing personal. It's just
it's hard to think on top of the head.
It's hard to think of all of them. You know, Skunk 2, you know, for the parts. You know, Speak Factory, Willwood, Buddy Club, like I said, Momo and stuff like that. You know, Hybrid Racing. Like I said, Skunk 2 has a lot of how do you say, a lot of time into this car, such as, you know, getting
a lot of support into the build.
Yeah, a lot of support into it. Other than that, I think that's pretty much gonna be for all the
ones you can remember at the moment.
Yeah, you know, the guy that helped me fabricate the car, Andy at AB Fab. Like I said, that's pretty much it.
And to your brother for getting hooked on this.
Oh yeah,
this
stupid
is pretty
Pedro.
cool.
I fucking hate this guy. He follows you, so he's gonna see this video.
Hell yeah.
You know, probably by the time
we'll interview Pedro now.
You know, yeah, we're gonna interview him. You should go see his house. He probably has a Miata. He has all this crazy stuff in there, so he's all into this whole
dope.
thing. He even got a Mamalona himself now.
Si quema. That's cool though, man. That's cool. All right. Well, much love, man. I really appreciate it. I love what you've done to this Civic. Can't wait for the hatch actually to come out. Yeah. Can't wait for the EG to come out. So EG, EK, and hopefully keep this one around for in the corner. And then once you start getting some motivation, or you start, you know, seeing what I'm seeing, then you get back to it. But thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And what a build, man.
Yeah,
Really
thank you so
appreciate your
much.
time.
Appreciate it, brother. And shout out to you as well, for making the time, coming out here. And I know it takes a lot of time to drive over here and all this stuff. So
Get the wrong address. Wait 45 minutes for
45
somebody.
minutes, wrong fucking address. Shows up in the middle of nowhere. So it's a big shout out to you as well.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully down the future, maybe once we're done with the other car, we could just maybe do a quick update and update update the family of the cars.
That's dope, man. Well, thank you so much, man, and we'll definitely keep you a close watch. See what you do with the other builds, man.
Appreciate it. When I picked up the car, so I picked up this
Espérate,
car.
güey. You never seen my fucking videos, huh? Con eso me dijiste todo. You never seen my videos, huh?
I thought you were going to ask me, like, oh, when did you pick up the car?
Espérate, you've never seen my videos, huh? You freaking liar. Oh, yeah, subscribe.
I was number 1 subscriber. Look at your subscriber list.
I'm going to look for it. It's apparently not. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.